Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Flopbuster Movie Show live. Today we are covering the box office breakdown for last weekend. We got some crazy stuff about Fantastic Four. Yet again, it's always in the news. I'm going to give my thoughts more on Barbarian. And it's Gabe's birthday. Everybody, please wish this guy a happy birthday. He would love that. He's at home watching Morbius over and over again. It's all he's got to do on his birthday. So make sure you do that. And there's a lot more coming right at you as soon as I get this intro started. Here we go. All right, and we're live. Welcome, everybody, to another week of the Flopbuster Movie Show. Gabe, how's it going today, man?
Good. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you, Victoria?
Good. It's my one day off. I'm tired.
We're all tired. It is hot. It is hot here. I don't know. How hot is it over there, Gabe?
It's low 80s.
Lucky. It's like 120. Let's kick this off. Let's just jump right into it. Let's do it. Box office breakdown. What do we got?
Oh my God. Top Gun. She did not come to play this last weekend. She's number 1 this week. Bullet Train at I forgot to say Mavericks at 6 million. Bullet Train at 5.8 million. The Spider-Man No Way Home re-release at 5.4. DC League of Super Pets is back in the top 5 at 5 million, which seems kind of random. And then The Invitation at 4.9 million. Big jump.
Yeah. There and also to note, Jaws re-released. I think that scraped in about 3 million. Gabe, what stands out to you here? I feel like we've been looking at the same number for about the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's basically same numbers. I mean, obviously, Spider-Man came out with like a couple additional scenes. Nothing to make me want to go see it.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Just Top Gun, I guess.
Top Gun again reclaimed that
number
top
one
spot.
now.
Number 1 again. We have Bullet Train is sticking around. That's a movie that people claimed underperformed, but yet it's always in the top 5 of the box office.
Listen. I can't sing the praises of Bullet Train enough. I love it. I want Sony to give me a Tangerine and Lemon sequel, prequel, whatever they want to call it. I want more Tangerine and Lemon.
Dude, I had a great time with Bullet Train. Look we're getting some happy birthdays in there from Leo. We got Not That Bad. You're gonna be in an episode soon. You already got your movie picked out.
I got the movie picked out, and we record tomorrow night.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait for that, man. I really love what they're doing. I listen to their episodes on my commute. Tell Connor all the time. It's a great concept, and I just they're both very easy to listen to. Gabe has such great insight too.
I do. Thanks.
I'm
two
gonna
games,
be on 2
two
at
games.
one point.
And then happy birthday, little buddy.
We're gonna have a Gabe off, not to be confused with a jerk off, but a Gabe off.
A Gabe off, sure. Maybe you guys can talk about
because his initials are also GT. My initials
Yes.
are also GT. So it's just gonna be one big old Gabe off.
It's a Gabe off. What do you got to say?
I'm gonna be on there too eventually.
What are you gonna talk about?
I don't know. All the movies I feel like are bad.
That's okay.
Exclusively.
That's all right. I almost picked the Flintstones when I went on there, but then I don't think I was. I think they stick to horror movies. I was like, damn it. But all right, let's get down to the first topic of the day. Victoria, what is that?
Jodie Comer as Sue Storm, possibly. John Campea reported that she may be Marvel's top choice, and then a lot of insiders are also echoing that. So D23 is coming up, as it's on the thumbnail.
Okay,
Exactly
let's cover 2 things real quick. Gabe, what do you think is going to be dropped at D23, Marvel-wise, Star Wars, anything Disney related? What do you think they're going to announce? One, what do you think of Jodie as Sue Storm? This is something that is going around. There's a lot of reports. People are picking this up saying this is happening. She's on that short list. I've been hearing this name for weeks now too. So what do you think? What are we getting at D23? And what do you think if she is cast with Penn Badgley as Reed Richards?
We're obviously when there's smoke, there's fire. So I mean, I like her for Sue. You know, we talked last week. I like Penn Badgley for Reed. And so other than that, I think with D23 coming up, we're going to get a lot of the Fantastic Four.
Crickets.
It's the crickets. I hear crickets. It's the Illinois. Yeah.
It's the Illinois crickets. You can hear.
I was like, what the hell?
We're all distracted by it.
We're also gonna get news for X-Men, and I think we're finally gonna get the Deadpool 3 stuff. I think that they're finally gonna come out with that.
I think we're getting Deadpool 3. That's it's written. They've been writing it. They've been working on it. Ryan's excited about it. We know Kevin Feige wants to do it, and yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
And I hope they bring back more Morelia Vecchini, whatever her last name is, the Brazilian actress.
Oh yes, yeah.
Because somebody asked her at a recent convention, she's like, "Well, I did come back. They killed me off, and then they decided to bring me back at the end of Deadpool 2. So we'll see."
I don't see why not. We got a couple things in the chat. Real quick, not that bad. It's talking about excited for you two to come on, and then Leo wants to do a Police Academy episode. That would be madness. We could do that as a Tuesday episode, Leo. I think we could bring you back Tuesday, and I think me and Gabe could venture into all the Police Academy movies. I've only seen the first one, my grandfather, years ago. So I know those movies. There's like so many sequels, so we'll have to jump into that. I think that'll be fun. Leo said she's a great choice for Sue. He likes her as Sue. I like her as Sue. There's a fantastic film called The Last Duel. She's pretty much the best part in it. Everybody else is great too. Matt Damon, Adam Driver, but Jodie Comer is the star of that one. But man, I would be totally down with her, especially if Penn is Reed. We're gonna find out Saturday. Yeah, I'm really cool with this casting. In terms of what's going to be announced,
Guardians 3 stuff.
Guardians 3, we might finally see the trailer publicly, because they usually drop those trailers pretty early for Guardians. I've seen from Guardians 2, we got a trailer pretty early. We know the trailer is done. They had a couple more VFX shots to finish, so people have seen the trailer at Comic-Con. Bits of the trailer online, you can find them, and I think we'll see a little bit of the holiday special as well. The holiday special, I think, is coming out this year. So
that reminds me, I was at Box Lunch the other day. They had holiday special pops from Guardians already. I was like, okay,
we're getting that this year. And Willow, we were talking about Willow. I feel like a couple days ago.
Yes, because I love Willow.
Yeah, we're gonna get our first
official
Willow trailer. I think they're gonna announce a bunch of stuff for people that are there. They're gonna get a ton. So yeah, I think Jodie's a great choice, and we'll see. Leo says another Wakanda Forever trailer. That would be cool. I mean, we're 2 months away. Why not? And some good Star Wars stuff. I'm with you on that, man. But I'm excited for the new show. I really am. I wasn't that big on the past couple shows, but I really do think the next show is going to be really good. I like all the footage that I'm seeing, and I love Rogue One. So I'm down for it. Victoria, what's next?
Official trailer for Wendell and Wild. The crickets like it.
The crickets like it.
Holy crap, they're loud. I love them.
Wendell and Wild. This is a movie I've been talking about.
Jordan Peele.
Keenan Peele.
Keenan Peele. Oh my god.
You say Keenan Thompson?
No, I said Jordan Peele, but I forgot. What's his name? Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Key. Henry Selick, who did James and the Giant Peach and Nightmare Before Christmas. A lot of people think Tim Burton directed Nightmare. He did not. He did create it. But Henry Selick directs a bunch of these movies, and Coraline. So, Gabe, did you see this trailer, and what did you think of it?
I did see the trailer, and I got a lot of Nightmare, Before Christmas vibes. Like the entire thing, I felt like this could sit like entirely within the Nightmare on Christmas, universe, and it'll be perfect for it.
I'm with you on that. I thought this looked like a ton of fun, and I've been excited for this. And Henry Selick, I know, has been wanting to do more stop motion. And he's just been waiting for a studio to pick up his ideas. He had something with Disney. They canned it halfway through. Key and Peele in a horror stop-motion movie. I mean, come on. And they co-wrote the film, too. So
they should do Nope in stop motion.
Nope in stop motion would be sick. But no, I'm excited for this. And whenever they're together, there's like this Abbott and Costello magic to them. I thought Keanu, not like the greatest comedy ever, but really fun. And just their chemistry is off the charts.
Yeah.
So anytime they can be in something together, and plus it's animated stop motion, I love that stuff. Corpse Bride, Coraline. This looks like it's going to be in that same sort of area.
Right, and I like the stop motion. As much as I like CG and the modernization of things, stop motion is just a classic. It is a very, very much an art form.
It is a really cool art film. I know we're excited for Pinocchio, not the one that dropped today.
No. Oh my God. No. Oh my God.
When you saw this, what is your quick? Give me a 30-second review of Pinocchio.
It's terrible.
You only need 2 seconds.
Listen.
Okay. 2 seconds.
Yeah. No. Real quick. It is bad. I I don't know, Pinocchio doesn't look right and he doesn't fit right between like the animation and like the like let's say Tom Hanks. Like for some reason it just doesn't fit right. Like there's something off about it, and Pinocchio just looks off. And the story is just the same rehash of the cartoon. You're better off just watching the cartoon. That's it.
Yeah, it looked the same. And I know we talked about the trailers. We were like, it looks fine, but like we've seen everybody in here do way better things, and you could just go do a new fantasy, and I could go watch Pinocchio, the original one.
Right.
It looks exactly the same. But I trust your review on this because I've heard nothing but really bad things about it. Is this a sign? Do we need to stop remaking shot-for-shot Disney movies? Do they just need to, like, if you're going to take the concept, do something wildly new? Because from what I've seen, I think we're seeing the downfall of the shot-for-shot remakes. I think it started with Lion King, and I think a lot of people were lukewarm on it.
Listen, I would go off and venture. It started with Beauty and the Beast. As much as I love that movie, I know it was shot for shot, maybe a couple different songs, but I do like Emma Watson and I like Dan Stevens as the Beast, even though you only see him in beastly form. Right. I would say though, the only one that did it right was Pete's Dragon.
Yes, that was good.
It was good. It was completely different than the cartoon. So I feel like if you're gonna do these movies, you don't need to stop, a scene for scene reboot or remake.
Dude, Cinderella and Jungle Book did something. It was the same story, but they added unique flavors. Jungle Book had the music, but they said, okay, what can we do with this new CGI to make it stand out? And it's breathtaking, right? It's different. Yeah.
Give me something different.
It's good. I'm with you, man.
Give me a different take on the same old tale as old as time,
I'm with you.
You still need to see Aladdin.
I do got to see Aladdin, and I know that's a movie. I think who said you liked Aladdin?
I didn't mind it.
You didn't mind Aladdin. You don't like Aladdin.
I'm between. I don't mind it, and I don't like it. Like
there's certain scenes where I was like,
I've heard it's crazy. I need to watch it. It's Guy Ritchie, so I have to check it out. All right, what's next?
Glass Onion trailer. Here's them. I see Batista in there. Obviously, James Bond.
James Bond, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
I'll take this one because Gabe didn't even finish Knives Out, so I'm not going to let him have an opinion. I'm just kidding.
Knives Out.
But I'm going to go first anyway because I love Knives Out. This looks great, and I love the cast. I've been all on the cast. I think this cast is, as much as I love the cast of the first movie, I'm more excited about this cast. Kate Hudson, Edward Norton, everybody in here. Dave Bautista is a YouTuber, and he's got the gun and his Speedo. Like, all that stuff is just funny to me. And Daniel Craig, this is a franchise that, man, it can write itself. You put him in a new mystery with an all-star cast each and every movie. I don't know if I want to watch it on Netflix. I would like to see it in theaters. Gabe, I'm not going to pass it to you. I'm going to pass it to Victoria. Victoria, are you excited for Knives Out too?
I think so. I like the first one. It didn't take the route I was expecting it, where it was like, I'm not going to spoil it because I don't think my dad's seen it.
Yes. He's probably watching. But
I still like the way it went, and I feel like, the new one's probably going to be more, what's the word? Bigger.
Yeah.
Not as, confined to one house.
Yeah, this looks like they're doing something big and elaborate. They're going European. In the sequel, you got to go European. Yeah. You got to go big.
It's a high-rise.
Gabe, I guess I'll give you an opinion on this. Did you watch the trailer? I don't care about your opinion in the first one. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I watched the trailer because they played it during Thursday Night Football, of course.
Did they?
Yeah. I was watching the Bills versus Rams, and they played a trailer. And I was like, what? I was like, what the hell is this trailer for? What's this doing on my screen?
What did you think of
it? Here. It was all right. It was fine. I mean, it's not gonna make me want to go see it. I mean, I'm not like you. I don't need to see this in the theater. The first one was pretty boring to me. Everybody knows I didn't like it. So I'll probably watch this. Like I always say, if I'm gonna hate on something, I'm gonna hate it because I watched it. So I'm gonna watch it, and that's about it. And if it changes,
that made zero sense.
If it changes my mind, then I'll come on and be like, yo, hey, you know what? I was wrong. It was actually pretty good.
I'm going to make sure he comes on and says this. I'm going to make sure. You get another happy birthday. Good Real Hunting. Hey, everyone. Happy birthday, Gabe.
Thank you.
There you go, man. Thanks, Brett, for coming on. And he just saw Barbarian. We're going to get to Barbarian. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm trying to convince this guy to go see it.
Once again, you saw it without me.
I did. I saw it without Victoria, but we're going to go tonight again. I loved it. I really love Barbarian. It's up there for me with horror.
I got too many things going on this week.
You don't have too many things. You
We've
can
seen
make time.
Pinocchio.
You can make time. You make time for Pinocchio. You can make time for
I was gonna go,
Barbarian.
okay, so I was gonna go watch it today, but we record like right at like the only times I had for tonight here in Illinois was 7:00 or 9:00.
Yeah. Yeah, but now you
Ain't
can
gonna
go
happen.
Sunday. Make time Sunday. There you go. You
Not
can go
bad.
with our producer, Fabian Martinez, who sponsors the show, gives us all the fancy gear that we need from lighting to sound. Taxperts, Fabian Martinez sponsors this show. Thank you,
He
Fabian.
does. He also sends me cases of cherry Pepsi because he wants to keep me, hydrated.
Yes, yes. All right, what do we got?
Tulsa King, brand new trailer, so I add a little picky.
There we
A
go.
little Stallone.
Stallone, fresh off his
That's
divorce
November in Paramount Plus.
and his new dog tattoo that he has.
And
Tattoo's a dog.
Samaritan.
As he
Yes,
should.
and Samaritan. I didn't see Samaritan. I still haven't seen it. I saw half of it. I didn't get to finish it. I didn't think it was as bad as people said it was. I'm gonna actually finish it soon, I think. But Gabe, did you see this trailer? What do you think?
It's Sylvester Stallone. I mean, there's not much I could say. Like I always said, it's Sylvester Stallone. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Do you have Paramount Plus? I think you don't. You said you don't, right?
I have all the streaming services, much to the chagrin of my of Justia. But yeah, we could never find anything to watch.
Same.
Same.
Or there's like too much to watch. I think this week there's too much to watch. There's way too much to watch going on. With
Yeah.
Cobra Kai and House of the Dragon and She-Hulk now, like it's just.
And the
man,
Bears starting up on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon.
Everybody's excited for this. Everybody. I think the trailer looks good. I like the last trailer. I like this show where it's going. The people behind this, Terrence Winter. I think Taylor Sheridan's name popped up on there. He's a great writer as well. The cast looks spectacular. But Stallone, I think this can really earn him an Emmy nomination if the show is as good as it looks, if it's got a flavor of The Sopranos there. But he looks commanding in the performance. And to be 76 and to lead a brand new series, that's awesome, man. I think it's good.
It is.
There we go. Stallone, thumbs up from us. All right, what's this?
Fablemans, an account of Steven Spielberg's childhood and memories with his parents, which I believe was just announced not that long ago. At Venice Film Festival, I believe it was announced or shown.
Yes, so it's showing, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow night, I believe. The Fablemans. This is the autobiographical look at Steven Spielberg. I think they changed the name, so some of it will be fictional, but it's based off his childhood in the 50s, going to see these monster movies with his parents and his uncle, played by Seth Rogen, who inspired him to make movies. So it's a comedy drama. It's got a great cast: Paul Dano, Michelle Williams, Seth Rogen. I'm excited for this. I really am. I love movies about growing up and the that feeling of 1950s. I like that stuff, like This Boy's Life. Bit of a downer of a movie, but just a good example. Gabe, what do you think about this film? Or do you have any interest in a Spielberg growing up type of film?
No choice, you're getting it.
You're getting it, but do you have any interest in it?
No. No. None whatsoever. I mean, Spielberg is one of the greatest directors, and I'm not going to take that away from him. As much as I love my hot takes, I will not take, anything away from Spielberg. Obviously, his resume speaks for himself. But am I interested to, see his thoughts as a child about going to the movies in the 50s? No, I don't.
You don't really have a hot take, or I guess it's a hot take.
They're all hot takes.
Let's just play the hot take. This guy's on a roll. There, he just played it.
It's not even a hot take, homie.
It was like a mid take. It was just like
it was a sizzle. It was just a sizzle.
It was a sizzle. Yeah.
I mean, if you would have taught me that this was gonna be like, his story about how he started, becoming a director in like the 60s and 70s, him as a young adult, maybe in his 20s, whatever. Then yeah, I would say yeah, I'm all for it.
I think we might get a little bit of that in there. It looks like,
but like I don't need a 50s piece of him as a child going to the theater with his uncle.
Let's just settle this now.
Seth Rogen.
Gabe hates the 1950s. Gabe hates the 1950s.
I hate anything done. I hate movies done before the 70s, man. You already know this.
Jesus Christ. I'm excited for this. Like I said, I think the cast is really the thing that piques my excitement. It's just a coming of age tale, a love for the movies. Seth Rogen. I think that. Come on, that's I think that's an inspired piece of casting right there. Seth Rogen, I think, could, if good, could get a supporting actor nomination. I think that could be really cool.
I think you're reaching. You're reaching.
Hey, maybe I am, but I'm hearing a
Really?
lot of good word of mouth is going to be coming out of this one. Blonde, which had its premiere, which isn't in the show notes, but I just wanted to drop that real quick. I hear Blonde is awesome. I hear it's great.
I heard I got a 14-minute standing ovation.
It's got a 14-minute standing ovation. NC-17, 3 hours.
Can I say something about standing ovations?
Yeah.
What happens after the first minute? It's got to be awkward.
I don't know, but they're like
minutes?
European.
What are you
It's
doing?
the Italians. I don't
Sit
know why
down.
they do that for so long.
I don't know. Remember, Brendan Fraser got like a 20-minute standing ovation for The Whale.
did.
But that's what I mean.
He
It's
did.
like he just
did. And which is,
okay.
again, hearing he's top runner for best actor right now.
I hope so. And he was crying. Like, I saw Brendan Fraser crying in that little thing. And
It's such a sweet video, man.
It's like a sweet video. I'm just like, oh man, like, and he's still fat because The Whale. So I know he's gonna thin down at some point. But it was just awesome to see, people welcoming him back. Obviously he had personal troubles, and he got blacklisted in Hollywood.
Blacklisted, sexually assaulted, his divorce. So to see him come back and just be embraced, open arms. The guy was always talented. He was always charming and funny. And he could do any genre. He could do action. He could do drama. He could do anything. And to see him finally coming back, I didn't know he's been back with Doom Patrol and stuff, but to see him just be welcome.
But Doom Patrol, he's hidden. His face is hidden.
It's a voiceover.
It's a voiceover. But do you think we could get a Brendan Fraser like comeback like Keanu Reeves did?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or do you think he's gonna come in little by little and not like full force like Keanu did?
I think he's already been coming in little by little. He's gonna be the new Martin Scorsese film, Devil in the White City, with Jesse Plemons, and I think it's about a serial killer. Or no, it's Killer of the Flower Moons. My bad. He's in Killer of the Flower Moons. But he's in that, and that's next year from Apple TV, or this year. I forgot. I don't know when that's coming out. But
soon.
Soon. He's coming in a little bit at a time, and I think it would be cool if we got another. I think if you want to take a gamble with the Mummy, do another Brendan Fraser Mummy. Those movies made money, and dude, like I would see, it would be cool to see an older Rick O'Connor, just back at it, raiding some tombs for some mummies, man. I'd be down for it. I love Brendan Fraser. Looney Tunes back in action, underrated.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Mm-hmm. Blast from the Past. Love that movie.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. Hey, Monkey Bone. It's just the Brendan Fraser show now, but I'm excited for this. Encino Man. Airheads. All right, what's
with
the
honors?
New Black Adam trailer. I'm gonna tell you right off the rip. Don't ask me because I did not watch this one.
I just saw it. I had time to see it before the show. Gabe, did you watch the trailer?
No, I am Black Adam out, and
Me too.
Are you blacklisting Black Adam?
I mean,
should have been.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't think. As much as I want to say, I'm not gonna watch it because of the whole DC HBO shit going down. I know I'm gonna end up seeing it, but the way that The Rock posts on social media, it just has me like tired out of the whole Black Adam, shebang. It's been ongoing for seems like 5-8 years. That every other day he's posting about Black Adam, whether it be the suit, whether it be his workouts, whether it be whatever it is. It's just Black Adam all the time. Like I'm done. Just give me the movie already. Just get it over with.
Yeah. The trailer was fine. I think I don't know who was asking for the Black Adam movie. Clearly, only The Rock. He's been asking for this for like 10 years. Hold on. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat. We got a few things. Not that bad. Happy about Brendan Fraser. So it's good. Real. We'll shoot them in the ass. This ain't Black Adam. It's Super Rock. Exactly. Yeah. But the trailer I thought was well done. I liked that we get Viola Davis in this as Amanda Waller. She pretty much sends the Justice Society out to track down Black Adam. I will say the Justice Society, they look awesome. Their scenes look like some of the best action sequences in the DCEU. I will say, though, the way they're done, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, all that stuff, the Atom, all that stuff looks cool. But the most boring aspect to this movie is The Rock. I don't buy him as Black Adam. I know this is the movie he's been dying to make, but to me it comes off as just like this one-man show. And I don't know if Black Adam's always been a villain. So, I don't know if I want to see him as, like, this
the anti-hero.
Superhero. Yeah, and I know that's what The Rock is aiming for, but the trailer is well done, and I'm gonna be there opening night. I'm interested. I'm curious, uh, but that's about it. I don't know. I'm not like blown away by anything I've seen out of this movie so far, but
Right. And we
it
all
doesn't
know
look bad. The trailer was decent.
I mean, we all know The Rock at this point is just a one-man show, right? I mean, he's grown into being that person. So
Yeah. So there's my take. It was fine. It looks cool. The effects look really good. My biggest takeaways were, oh, cool, Amanda Waller and the Justice Society. None of it had to do with Black Adam. Just all the supporting characters look great. And if they deliver on that, I'll probably find the movie entertaining for sure. But I'm not like over the moon about it. I haven't been for this movie. I would rather a bunch of other DC properties get in the pipeline. Fucking Batgirl, for example. But hey, what do we got?
Joker 2 adds Catherine Keener, who's obviously been in 40-Year-Old Virgin, Get Out, Out of Sight.
I love her. She's great. She's been in a ton of movies that I really like. Out of Sight, for example.
I was wondering where I knew her from.
Yeah.
I didn't see Get Out was on here.
40-Year-Old Virgin is one of my favorite romantic comedies. Her chemistry with Steve Carell is, well, he's in the movie too. With Steve Carell is so charming and honest, and I've always loved her, and I'm interested to see what she'll play in this. They're racking up the cast with some really good talent. So I know from what we've been told, the movie takes place in an asylum, probably Arkham. We'll see. But Gabe, what do you think? You haven't been all too interested in Joker 2, but it's got a talented cast, man.
It has a talented cast, and I know she could sing. You know, at the end of 40-Year-Old Virgin, they're singing "The Age of Aquarius."
That's true.
The Age of Aquarius. But you know, so it's talented cast. You know, there's nothing wrong, and that's the thing is, there's nothing wrong I could say about the cast in and out of itself. What the only issue that I have is it's another Joker movie, and this time they're giving us a musical. That's my issue.
Yeah. Hey, Gabe doesn't like musicals. Take that to the bank.
I don't like musicals, and I don't like movies done before 1970. So yeah, take that to the bank.
That's not true. You liked 10 of the movies I curated for that 1 week, except Casablanca. You had like a hatred for Casablanca.
It was a very, very bad.
Anyway, so yeah, I dig this casting. I thought the first Joker was good. I think people chose like this side, and this is what we do on the internet. Something's either the best or it's the worst, and there's no middle ground, and you're dumb if you're in the middle. I thought it was a well-made movie. I don't think it's like one of my favorite movies of the past 10 years or anything like that. I think, you know, a lot of the things that make it good, you could just go watch Taxi Driver or King of Comedy. But I thought it was well made, and I'm more excited about the sequel. I think this sequel is going to do some really interesting things. So I'm down for the sequel. I like the Lady Gaga casting too.
I don't like Lady Gaga.
You're crazy. All right, what's next?
My Policeman full trailer coming to Amazon Prime. I actually think it's in November.
Yeah, November. So. And I think it's debuting soon, too.
It's got Emma Corrin, David Dawson, obviously Harry Styles in his other role. Which I think he looked pretty good in this one.
Listen,
I can kind of see what people were saying about the Don't Worry Darling trailer, but I think his acting seems a little bit stronger in this one.
I have a feeling his role is going to be really good.
Also, I need to stay off Twitter, or Harry Styles needs to stop being in movies because I can't handle it when people are mean to him.
That whole
he
needs to stop spitting on people.
He can't. He didn't spit out of it.
He said it at a concert. He didn't spit on him.
But I do want to say this: the "Don't Worry, Darling" stuff is just all controversy. Again, it gets on Twitter blown out of proportion. I don't want to cover it because we covered it last week. But Olivia Wilde said some things she shouldn't have said. That's about it. Other than that, the cast did not deserve all this controversy. Certainly not Florence Pugh. And I'm still going to see the movie. I've heard it's fine. Like, we haven't heard great things or terrible things. Just very middle of the road. Harry Styles has been getting a lot of criticism for his performance, and a lot of people are blowing it out of proportion. I think this film will get a real feel of how he is as a leading man, because he is the leading man of this movie. It's a smaller film. It's an indie drama put on Amazon Prime as a streamer. So I thought the trailer was interesting, and I thought the story was really somber, and it's going to be relatable for people too. And I think he looked good in this. I'm not like over the moon with it, but it's intriguing, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it certainly for his performance, and this is going to be the real test. is he an actor, or was, having no lines in Dunkirk the only thing
The
he
way
could
to
do?
go.
Yeah. So, Gabe, did you see this trailer? What did you think?
I think it was all right. It was fine.
You
No,
gotta
it looks.
coin that phrase at this
Everything
point.
on tonight, he doesn't like it.
Yeah, Gabe is just mid on everything. He's just like unimpressed.
You know what? I have been unimpressed. Even like, for example, don't worry, darling. I was so excited to see it. I still am, but I don't think it's that Oscar bait that we thought that we were getting with that movie. As more details come out from that movie. And you know me, I don't take anybody's critics' word to like heart or anything, but it's just everything that's coming out doesn't seem like it's gonna be that Oscar bait that everybody thought it was gonna be.
Right.
Other than that, I think Harry Styles is fine. I think you want to see him open up more as an actor and try to tackle more genres before you can say that he's the next big thing. Obviously, he's the next big thing in music. My YouTube music just told me that one of his songs is like my number 2 song so far of this year. As it was, I believe that was it.
Nice.
But like I said, so I don't mind the guy. Obviously, his music is good.
His music is great. I think everybody's in agreement. He's a great showman, and she dragged me to one of these concerts, and he puts on a show.
And we're going again in November.
He's talented as hell. He really is. Yeah.
Right. So I'm holding judgment as far as his acting is, but that's how I hold judgment as far as like all these like rappers that turn into actors. Like when you had Ludacris come on, right? When you had even The Rock when he did the Scorpion King, and you first saw his one of his first major roles. I mean, you got to hold a little bit of judgment, and then after a couple of like movies that they've been in, then you can be like, okay, he is this type of actor. And,
listen, man, I'll go ahead, Gabe.
No, I was just saying. And then maybe you take some acting classes and you become a better actor, and you're involved into, Oscar, nominated actor.
Dude, we have this conversation with somebody every year. Oh, this person's a bad actor. They're a bad actor. And then people say it out of left field. You're just like, there's a lot that goes into acting. At some point in 2006, people said Channing Tatum's the worst actor on the planet. In 2003, Ben Affleck is the worst actor on the planet. The list goes on and on. Nicolas Cage, worst actor on the planet. The thing is, none of them are bad actors. They get paired with a great director who brings a great performance out of them. That'll happen with Harry Styles.
Yeah.
It takes some time. Lady Gaga was told that she was a terrible actor between Machete Kills and American Horror Story. She does A Star Is Born, and everybody loses their shit over A Star Is Born, which well deserved because she's fucking awesome in that movie. But give them time. Let them.
Pauly Shore, look at Pauly Shore.
I think he's still got a lot to work on. Victoria, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I feel like a lot of it annoys me. Obviously, I'm biased. I like Harry Styles. I liked One Direction. But I feel like a lot of the hatred comes from because he was in One Direction. And he's got all these fan base that's primarily women. And it's just like all these people on Twitter, well, he took opportunities away from different actors. Like, how do you know they auditioned? Maybe they didn't want to do it.
You can say that about anybody.
No, I know, but that's why it annoys me. Like,
I think at this point you can't say you took auditions away from actors because there's so much content out right now, more than ever before across 20 different streaming platforms. You have network television, you have cable television, there's movies, there's options to go around for everybody. I don't think he took anybody's audition away. I think that do these casting directors seek out the biggest names for some of their bigger roles? Yeah, you're gonna look into a Harry Styles, you're gonna look into a Channing Tatum and see if it fits their movie, and if it fits the movie, then go for it.
Also, dude, we gotta mention that when you're a director, you have a short list. I saw this really cool thing where it was Tarantino's short list for Pulp Fiction. There's a bunch of great actors on there who could have been these characters. And he goes, this is my second choice, my first choice. They would be cool. Every director has this. And another thing is, Harry was on everybody's list. Every director wanted to work with him. They wanted him in The Little Mermaid. There was multiple projects they wanted him for. He was hot, and everybody in Hollywood wanted to work with him. And I know that he's doing My Policeman, and I think he said he's not sure if he's going to do any more movies after. The thing is, we're not in the room. We don't know what they see.
Right.
We only see the finished product. 99% of us have not seen this movie yet. It's been a small fraction of an audience that has seen it. That's it.
Well, there's also that Jonas brother. Remember, he was also the next big thing a couple years ago. He did the Jumanji.
Nick Jonas,
Oh,
yeah.
and he did a couple other, smaller movie roles. So he was also going to be the next best thing. But we just got to wait and see. And some of these actors, you just got to wait and see.
Yeah, it takes one role. One role can change everything. To go, oh wow, they're actually really good, and it happens all the time. You just have to give it time. It's an art form. It's not something that you're just
Stop being mean.
Not gonna be naturally gifted at it.
Right.
You're like fucking Meryl Streep,
You know what?
All right. What is the hot take? You got a hot take about Meryl Streep?
No.
Harry
I was just
Styles?
gonna say no. I was just gonna say, like, look at a lot of musicians, certain actors, like Ice Cube, right? Ice Cube does, Boys in the Hood. Then he does
Right.
Friday, and now he's considered by a lot of people. They know him more as an actor than they do as a pioneer.
That's true.
And
Ice-T
gangster rap.
did Leprechaun in the Hood.
Ice-T, fucking Law and Order.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Telling people they're gay every episode.
Yeah. So I mean, and like I said, just because you come from the music world doesn't mean you're going to be a bad actor. It's all creative. It's all whatever. I mean, I think all three of us could probably end up being an actor and actress at some point, and we'd probably do a decent job.
Maybe. I've acted in some things that I would never see the light of day, but I've acted in some films. Maybe they'll circulate. Maybe I'll play.
Somebody hire us to do a movie.
Yeah. I played a. There is a short film that I did in. I was done with film school, but some of my buddies were still in film school, and they did this comedy short about their best friend who left them a ton of money, and they get in with some gangsters, and I played one of the gangsters' henchmen in that. So I had a talking role in there. That was fun. I've never seen a cut of the film, so I have no idea if I was good at it. Probably not. But here's the next thing, Victoria. What do we got?
New screenshots from Babylon. Hard R, old Hollywood epic.
Yeah, this thing is supposed to be crazy and big and really expensive. It's a big Hollywood 1920s jazz-infused movie from the end of the silent era into the talkies. And the cast is insane. It's almost as big as Amsterdam, which we'll talk about in a second. Gabe, what do you think of these pictures? I know you're not a fan of the older movies, but, I mean, you love Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. What do you think? Toby Maguire's in there. We got him. He looks cracked out. I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be, but it's interesting. It looks like an interesting film. I mean, we're getting it in December. I have no idea what it's going to be other than what's been given to us.
It's interesting, I would say. The cast is definitely interesting, and I think sometimes I don't like period pieces, but I think I liked Nightmare Alley from last December. I thought that was really
awesome.
Good. That was a really good, period piece. Like I said, I'm interested just based off, Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie, them working together, and Peter Parker coming back into acting. He had a long delay. Spider-Man brought him back.
Spider-Man did bring him back, I think. I don't know. He's been gambling. He does a lot of poker stuff. He's player X. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Margot Robbie needs that award, man. She's probably the biggest. I would say her and Florence Pugh, I would have to say right now, are the biggest movie female stars right now. Where everything they touch is just struck gold. People just love seeing them. They have a quality about them. It's that natural charm, but they're able to go dark, like Midsummer or I, Tonya. So
I would
I'm
throw
excited.
in Anya Taylor-Joy into that conversation.
Oh yeah. Even Anna de Armas, man. People have been really excited about her lately, no matter what she does.
Right.
Again, all of those actresses there have such a unique charm. They're all very different. They all have different acting styles. They do very different things. So I like all of them. So I think this movie looks great. I like Damien Chazelle. La La Land, I loved.
Of course you do.
Whiplash, I love La La Land. Whiplash is great. Did you see that one?
Yeah, with Elliot Page.
No, that's Whip It.
That's the
a
one
good
I
movie.
was thinking
Whip
of.
It is a great movie. That's Drew Barrymore's movie. Whip It is
Oh,
awesome.
you're talking about
That's what I'm
Whiplash, the
thinking
one
of,
with
too.
Miles Teller, the drummer.
Mytel, man. Mytel.
was
Yeah,
thinking
that's an
that's a
intense
random
movie. Gabe, I think you would like that movie.
I do
is-
love with J.K. Simmons. I love that movie.
Oh, so you've seen it?
I've seen it. I thought you were talking
That's
about
a
the
misunderstanding.
roller derby.
That's a good movie too.
I was thinking of
That's
that one, too,
I
when
just
you
watched
said
that
it.
one. That's Drew Barrymore directed that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
At a birthday party.
Yeah, it's good. But yes, I really like him as a filmmaker. I wasn't big on First Man. To tell you the truth, I was kind of. It's a bit of a slog, and I love Ryan Gosling, but that movie's kind of rough to get through. But this, I'm excited. Brad Pitt is on an upswing right now. like no other actor.
Brad
Seriously.
Pitt has brought his A game. Like something lit a fire under him, and like all of a sudden he's like instead of coasting, he's just now brought his A game.
Maybe it was Angelina Jolie trying to take the wine company away. He said, "Fuck you! Now I'm going to take all these movie roles." All right, what do we got next?
Oh, okay. Samara Weaving is added to the Borderline cast. 90s pop star held hostage. She's supposed to be like Britney Spears.
I don't know. I don't know if it's taking place in the 90s. Real quick, I want to talk about what we got here. We got some love for Harry Styles. We got some Scorpion King love. Sorry, they were looking over the chat real quick. You did do great as Georgie. I do like the shorts you guys are doing. And then not that bad. Yeah, Babylon's looking great, man. I would look into that one.
I didn't realize Tobey Maguire was in it.
Yeah. He's, like I said, he's been popping up and stuff more and more. Gabe, what do you think of this idea? This is also from one of the writers of The Babysitter. So,
of course, so they're bringing in Samara Weaving.
And Samara Weaving. It's an interesting concept.
It is. I think as we're going further and further away from 90s pop stars, you know, and the obsession that people had in the 90s or these pop stars, that this movie makes a lot of sense. I mean, you had Jessica Simpson back then, you know, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, so many of these, you know, pop, you know, 90s princesses, you know, pop princesses were out there. And so making a sort of like a thriller of them being held hostage, it's pretty great. You know, like a stalker, like an old stalker all of a sudden comes in and, you know, kidnaps them or what have you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think this looks good, or sounds good. I like the concept. Samara Weaving is great. Everything we've seen her in lately, again, another name to add to that list of actresses I just really, really like.
I don't know if she's supposed to be Britney Spears, but I know I said that. But thinking about it, I think Britney Spears did have like a pretty serious stalker at one point.
Oh, it could be, it could be some sort of satire.
I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but
who knows? Sounds great.
A lot of these,
I think of Britney.
A lot of these pop stars had a whole bunch of like really bad stalkers, you know.
Yeah, it's true. All right, what's
and
next?
It wasn't me this time.
Yeah, not this time.
I cut him off. What do we got? It wasn't you this time.
Massive cast for Amsterdam, which I think we saw. I don't know if we saw all of them in the trailer that we once saw.
We saw a trailer, I want to say a month or two ago.
This
I don't think it showed everybody.
Anya Taylor-Joy, you guys were just talking about.
Yeah, there's a new trailer.
And Margot Robbie.
Taylor Swift, who I don't think I've ever seen in a movie
Cats.
before.
That's it. You lost me at Taylor Swift. That's it. I'm not going to see it.
Do you have some hot take about Taylor Swift? What's up with
Taylor
Swift?
She's trying to show. She threw shade at my girl Katy Perry, and then was trying to start something with Katy Perry. I'm Team Katy Perry.
What did you think of it? What do you think of this movie? Because I forgot what you said. Were you excited for this?
I was excited just based on the cast. And you know how I feel. I think John David Washington is one of my favorite young actors coming up. So to see him with you know a lot of this distinguished cast, it's just great. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this movie.
I'm excited. I think Christian Bale, man, is one of those guys that just gives a hell of a performance every single year. He's what?
So he's back a lot lately.
He's been in a ton lately, and I love him as an actor. American Hustle. He works great with David O. Russell. David, you know, crazy motherfucker.
I think you had an issue with this because of the director.
Oh, no. So I mentioned that it's really conflicting to really love David O. Russell's movies, but he's like this terrible person. I wanted to make it known, like I mentioned on the show, I love The Fighter, and I really like American Hustle and Silver Linings Playbook. So they always end up being one of my favorite films of the year. But it's something that he does because they're so character-driven but funny and dark. Three Kings, another great film. I even like I Heart Huckabees. But he's such a conflicting and polarizing character in the Hollywood landscape. So I remember, I touched on that. He's like one of those guys that people claim is so terrible, but yet he's always getting work and putting out wonderful films. But it just, it's always tough because I'm like, I know this guy's terrible in real life. But this trailer, the new trailer that dropped, looks cool. Mike Myers. We haven't even talked about him. He looks like he has a huge role in this. And that's a guy I haven't seen in anything.
Well, we haven't seen him since, Halloween Kills, Mike Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers, Halloween Kills.
He's back next month.
Or he had some show on Netflix, I think. And Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, yeah. And Remy is in this. Remy looks great. Margot Robbie looks awesome. And John David Washington, Black Klansman, man, is one of my favorite performances of an actor in probably the past 5-6 years in that movie. He's so suave and funny, and he's in danger constantly, so you feel for him. That's a fantastic film. It's so good, and he has the quality that his dad has, and it's that charisma.
I was singing his praises since I first knew about him in Ballers with The Rock.
Yeah.
He plays a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins in that TV show.
Which was a great show. Ballers was good.
Yes, Ballers was like, if you're a fan of like Entourage, like these bro type stuff, and you know, it's like that, but sports. It's like Entourage and sports.
Right. It was same creator, Doug. I forget his name.
Doug Ellen.
Doug Ellen. Yeah. He co-created it. Yeah. But that was a solid show, and The Rock was great in that too. But yeah, John David has been one of those guys that just pops up in things.
And you know my hot take with John David. I think he's better than his father right now.
You're crazy. We're skipping over that. What do we got next?
Cobra Kai season 5 tomorrow.
Dude, I didn't even know this was coming out tomorrow until I did the show notes.
I feel like Cobra Kai specifically, they drop a trailer, then it comes out like the next day.
ASAP.
Wait, are you serious? Tomorrow?
There's a new show. There's a new season.
I guess I didn't read the notes down far enough. Not just kidding. No, when you said it was coming out tomorrow, I was like,
yeah, I was shocked. I was like, there's no way it's coming out tomorar.
It's coming out, so it's coming out. I'm excited. I mean, I love the Cobra Kais. I've been a fan of Cobra Kai since it was on YouTube. I signed up for YouTube Red for Cobra Kai specifically, and then I was telling Jess for 2 years. I was like, you gotta watch Cobra Kai. You gotta watch Cobra Kai. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. It's fucking Karate Kid. I'll need to relive the Karate Kid. I was like, this is great. It's different. And she's like, I don't want to see this. And then finally she yells at me and she's like, motherfucker. She's like, I don't want to see your fucking Karate Kid shit. True story. True quote. And then I finally got her to watch it. Right? Like I put it on. It's like she wasn't paying attention. And then I put it on and she's like, oh, this is pretty cool. What is this? I was like, Cobra Kai. Like she like gives me like the death stare. She's like, motherfucker. She's like, this.
She felt guilty for liking it. Yeah,
she felt guilty for liking it, and to this day she feels guilty for liking it. But do know that we will be watching Cobra Kai this weekend.
Yeah, we have Cobra Kai. I think the new season is going to be awesome. Terry Silver back, great villain last season. Great credit.
Yeah.
Wait, what else will we be watching?
I don't know. I guess she's on the hot mic. What else are we going to be watching? No, she doesn't know. She said, oh my God, she doesn't know. CSI, probably, SUV, SVU, whatever.
Special Victims Unit, one of them. Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, The Handmaid's Tale, she said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would be asleep for that.
Elizabeth Moss, she's in that one. Okay, so Cobra Kai looks great. I was kind of taken aback that the new season was coming so quickly. I totally forgot because we just got a season in like January. We got two seasons in 1 year. They doubled it up on Netflix. Yeah.
They don't know. Well, yeah, they shot them back to back because of COVID.
Okay. Right. Last season was awesome, and Terry Silver again was a great villain. He's coming back. He's got full control. He's that dude playing him is awesome. He really is great. I'm excited to see if we get Mike Barnes, which they've been hinting at. Might see him back in here. Yeah, man, I'm excited for the new season. There's way too much to watch at the moment.
There is.
Between She-Hulk, now this, and House of the Dragon. I'm trying to finish up Only Murders in the Building.
Walking Dead's gonna come back.
Walking Dead for You is gonna come back.
I'm watching.
There's a lot going on. And you're watching Mike, so there's a lot going on in TV.
And the Ryan Reynolds, Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah, I heard that's really good. I've been hearing fantastic things about that.
That's really good, actually. If you like soccer, how they say in England, football.
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 All right, this is the last thing.
Pinocchio new releases. Pinocchio, Barbarian, and Medieval, which I actually didn't know was this week.
I forgot. We talked about the trailer last week.
We did.
Yeah. I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, not getting the best reviews. That and Pinocchio. But to me, the star of this, and I'll touch on it very quickly, and then I'll pass it to Gabe, because he also has seen one of these new releases. Barbarian, if you're a horror fan, go out and see Barbarian. At the very least, I think you will like it. It is a crazy movie. The marketing hit so much. And we talked about the trailer on the show. I remember all of us saying it looked fine. Like, we were never, I don't think any of us were crazy about it, but it looked good. The movie is insane. The movie is crazy. It is bananas. It's out there. The cast is awesome. Georgina Campbell is a star. Gabe, you got to see this movie. I think you're really going to dig it. I'm telling everybody, see it. Just see it because it's an original piece of horror that's out there and it's big. And this year, we're getting a ton of cool original horror. We got this. Maybe I'll check out Medieval on streaming. I have no interest in Pinocchio. Maybe I'll check it out if Victoria wants to watch it. That's about it. But Gabe, what stands out to you here?
Barbarian. I'm still, with everything that got going on this weekend, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to be able to see Barbarian at all this weekend. But yeah, that's the only one that really stands out. Like I said, I saw Pinocchio this morning, late afternoon or early afternoon, and oh man, it was just a waste of time, to be honest. At one point I did fall asleep for like a good 5 to 10 minutes during the movie. It was just like I said earlier in the show, it's just a retelling of the same movie, back from like 1930, whatever. So you don't need to see it. But
fair enough. I won't see it then.
No.
I got too much to watch. Victoria, what do you think? What stands out to you? I'm taking
Barbarian.
Barbarian. We're gonna go right after the show. She's excited.
I like Bill.
Again, this is
you
a
know
movie
what?
that was
Why
on my
don't you
radar,
take
man.
video of it on your phone and then like just live stream it so I could watch it?
Dude, I'll put it on Periscope. Does anybody still go on Periscope?
Oh my god.
But no, I think it's a movie. I'm excited for her to check it out because I really, really dug it. It was up my alley. Zach Krager is a name we're gonna be talking about in horror for the next few years if he keeps putting out things like this. Yeah, that's all I'll say because I don't want to ruin anything. But we got a couple of things that are coming up, Gabe. If you got anything else about the current news before I move into that segment.
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. My favorite horror movie, first episode dropped with Leo Perez from the Broken Reality Podcast, a podcast you should listen to. They go into crazy shit. They lucid dreaming and homeless
Sleep
people.
paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. Oh, they have a crazy podcast. It is so funny, and John Michael Lennon on there, Leo's co-host. They have great chemistry. So make sure to watch that. Hellraiser was the first episode, and I thought it went great. Me and Gabe both rewatched Hellraiser. I took a ton of notes, and it was the first time I watched it within a few years. So it was such a fun movie, and it's so gross and dark and vicious. So I really had fun rewatching that. And
Such
Leo
great
brought into
pleasures we got out of it.
great pains and the pleasures. And
The
Leo was a
nipple
great guest.
clamps.
Oh my god, that movie, man! I can't wait for the new one. I seriously can't. So next week, what is the second episode of my favorite horror movie? And what are we talking about next week? Well, we have Cody Leach. September 13th, Cody Leach is coming on the show. What movie are we talking about? What movie has Cody picked? The Thing. We are talking about The Thing with Cody Leach on my favorite horror movie. And we're excited to have him on the show. I've been chatting with him back and forth every so often. He's a great guy, great channel. And we're honored that he's coming on and just gonna shoot the shit with us about a great horror movie. A really cool pick that I don't think we've really talked about on the channel before. We haven't really delved into The Thing. And it's been a good year since I've watched The Thing.
I try to avoid all John Carpenter talk on this channel, so.
I know, yeah, well, I guess we really don't talk about him much. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited to have him on the show. I think it's going to be a wonderful episode. So if you...
I think he's going to get on here and he's going to be like, what the fuck is this unstructured show going on? Like, why is Gabe going on these tangents and hot takes while I'm talking about my favorite horror movie and Gabe's over here talking about how he hates John Carpenter? Like, it's just very, very
this guy's got hot takes.
He's going to be discombobulated the entire show. He's going to go off. He's going to go on, his social media and be like, these guys, I don't know what these guys are.
Everybody who subscribes to Flopbuster, please unsubscribe that shit right now.
No, man, you know what? We've talked about this, and I'm going to be on my best behavior. We've talked about this It's gonna be wine. It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be awesome, and you guys gotta be there because we want you to be. You're part of the family, just like Dom Toretto and Paul Walker. You're part of the family. And
Paul Walker.
Yes, I love Paul Walker.
Mi familia.
Amelia. We're gonna drink some Coronas. We're gonna get some tank tops. We're gonna hang out here for the barbecue. Familia. But that's about it. My favorite horror movie. We got them. We got Destiny the week after. And then week to week, I'll reveal what the movies are because they all picked insanely awesome, unique picks. So it's gonna be really good. Gabe, anything you want to say before we start closing out here?
No, just be on the lookout on my TikTok. For Hispanic Heritage Month, I'll be dropping a Hispanic movie inspired, one a day for the next 30 days, starting on September 15th. So if you guys have any special preferences, reach out. Maybe I'll talk about one of those. I think the first one on the 15th is going to be my favorite, which is Blood In, Blood Out. So I can't wait to go in depth and talk about that movie for that day.
Cool. You gotta do the orphanage.
That too.
And I haven't seen that in a while. Victoria, anything you want to add before we close out?
Don't bully Harry Styles.
Don't bully Harry Styles. There you go. Everybody on Twitter.
Leave him alone.
Leave the guy alone.
You hear me, Twitter?
All right, guys. That was the Flopbuster Movie Show. I want to thank you all for watching tonight. It was awesome having you all here, watching us every week. I love it. I love that people support the show and enjoy watching us. So, my favorite horror movie, Tuesday, Cody Leach. Be there, and we'll see you guys next time.